All right, I want to show all the paperwork that's required when we submit to the county for permits. We are submitting to Yuba County, and basically they ask for 3 plot plans. Here you can see the plot plans. It's showing both the septic system as well as the house, and on this particular layout here, you can see the proposed garage is going over here. So we've got a house over here, and then we've got the garage with the apartment over there, as well as we're showing the orchard here and any roads, access roads through the property. There's one right through the center here, and then there's one on the perimeter right here as well. All this has to be on the site plan. There is also a seasonal creek that goes through here. There's a lot of water on this property that flows year-round. So it's really going to be, I think, advantageous to the owner to put in a hydroelectric system. We're going to install that for him, and we'll show you details on that. As I said before, this property is off-grid, completely off-grid, so we're going to utilize solar as well as hydro and a generator backup for electricity. In addition to that, here you can see the actual floor plan of the house. It's basically a 3-bedroom. It's a 1,200 square foot bedroom house, and this is just the small house. He is going to build a 4-bedroom as well, and we're going to do that for him as well. But right now, this is a modular 1,200 square foot home that's going in addition to the garage and the apartment, which I'm going to show you here briefly. They asked for 2 copies of the floor plan. I've got 2 copies here, and then they asked for the marriage line for the modular, and you can see here, this is where the marriage, they come in 2 halves. And here you can see the marriage line along here where they're going to marry together on the foundation that we're gonna build, and I'll show you plans for that as well. So we've got 2 copies of the marriage line here. This is the site plan showing the proposed garage as well as apartment. It's a 3-car garage that we're building, and I'll show you that in just a minute. I'll show you the plans for that, but they asked for 3 copies, which we have here as well. And then we've got the construction manual. This basically shows all the details for the modular system that's going in. Everything in here is engineered and fully planned for this particular area, as well as the environment in that area that we're working with. So these are the construction documents. We've got 2 here. They asked for engineering documents showing the engineering specs for the garage, 3-car garage / apartment, and also the modular home as well. The modular home is going to be a very simple 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, as I mentioned earlier. The foundation plans indicate not only the actual concrete, the foundation itself, but it also indicates the girders. You can see here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 girders. There are girders on the edge as well, but the dotted lines simply indicate footings, the footings that are going to go in. So it's basically 2 halves that are going to come together with a marriage down the center. That's going to be a marriage line to marriage the 2 halves together. All this has been designed and basically engineered, and you can see the detailed designs here as well, showing the footings as well as the concrete, as well as any steel or any rebars that are going to be put in places. So they're asking for 3 copies. We've got 3 copies here, and that's the foundation plan. Now, in addition to that, they require that we get a letter from the owner Here is the Title 24, and this is basically a certificate indicating calculations for the apartment. Yeah, the garage apartment. This is for the garage, and they asked for two copies. So we've got 2 copies there. Here we have the truss calculations. This basically goes through the truss package that we're going to have delivered. It shows basically the webbing here and all of the hold downs and all of the splicings that are going to be put in place with bracing and everything for the truss package. The truss is coming to be basically installed 24 on center. Here is a diagram of how we're going to install or build the roof, build the truss. You can see here each truss has a number corresponding to its size and its length and its location. And they're 24 on center. You can see the 2-foot spacing in between. The red is just indicating special truss that's designed to hold weight. It's a weight bearing. They all bear weight, of course, but the red indicates the special truss that's going to be put in place in that particular area for the roof itself, for the hold down of the roof and the dormers that are going to be built. So they require 2 copies. We've got 2 copies here, and then the engineering calculations for the garage apartment. It just basically gives the details for the structure itself, the lateral load, the horizontal load, and any other weight factors. It also indicates the snow load for the roof, which the truss package also indicates that information as well. They asked for 2 copies of the engineering calculations for the garage, and also 2 copies for the modular home. And when we get ready to build the 4-bedroom home, they're going to require the same thing. Here are the plans for the garage apartment. You can see here on the bottom floor, it's a 3-car garage, and it's basically 38 feet wide. There are steps going up to the upper level, which this is the upper level here. Living room, kitchen, bedroom, bathroom, and we're going to have off of the back end, it's kind of hard to see on the video here, but there's going to be a deck on the back end, 10 feet out, 38 feet long, which is really going to be nice. You can see that deck indicated here in the elevation design. So, and the siding is going to be fire resistant concrete, and it's basically a concrete base siding, and the roof is going to be also composition. We're thinking of doing metal, but right now we've got it called out for composition Class A. We've got the design here for the electrical. This is electrical design where all the plugs and lights and everything are going to go. And then we've got also very brief details for plumbing. So there are 3 copies here of the plans for the garage apartment. Everything is going to be fire resistant because it is in a high fire zone, but all of those details are going to be submitted at final. All right, we're headed down to the county office for the submission. All right, great.
What are you here for today?
For permits.
Okay, What type of permits?
Just general construction, general building.
Just one?
2.
First name?
Bert, B-E-R-T.
Special districts, it'll come up over.
Okay, I got you in there.
All right, so, and there's 2 wells on site, so
Right, are
both.
they going to connect to both of them?
No, they'll be 2 separate. So for the modular, they'll have 1 well, and then for the garage apartment, the other.
There's a garage apartment?
Yes.
Okay. And the septic is going to be for both of them?
Yes.
Okay. So is it a 2-bedroom house, a 1-bedroom? 3-bedroom house and a 1-bedroom?
Yes.
Okay, so we have a 4. This is a 3-bedroom system that you brought me?
It should be a 5-bedroom system.
Well, it says 3 right on
Hold on. Because I know we went over that, Ross and I. We definitely.
So do we have this already?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, why am I doing this again?
I don't know.
I don't either.
That's why I thought I'd come in. Or come check out. I looked at the. Yeah, you guys have already applied.
Yeah.
What is this?
That's what I thought. I
Trash.
thought it was
It's
already.
trash.
It's the building
What?
permit. I think you were
Yeah,
waiting
that's
on. Yeah.
that's what we're working on now.
But your design still says 3 bedrooms.
It's a Presby system.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, he might have.
And
He
then-
did update it.
Yeah,
That's what I need.
He updated.
Let's
That's
update
this
that.
one.
Because I sent him an email because I know
He
because some of his calculations didn't
Didn't
work
work.
out,
Yeah.
and so I sent him an email. So this is more of a
Yeah.
Do you
revision.
have a second one of this?
The one with the 5. Wait, there's another. Yeah, keep going. There's another Ross.
Yeah, but I was...
That's 5 bedrooms.
Oh, yeah.
There's
2, right?
So I want the one that says owner copy and the one that says county copy. That's what Ross. So the others you can keep. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he'll put because what the owner copy, I'll stamp an approved on it, and that way you'll have
okay.
an approved
Okay.
copy for you and your contractor.
Okay.
to have.
Okay, good.
So that
Okay.
way.
All right.
Okay, so I'm gonna go. Plus these, I'm gonna keep those just in case, and I still don't have
And
a
we have a
certificate.
retest for back to
That's
no
so-
certification.
Right, yeah, I'll check with Ross on the certification.
All right.
So we're good?
We're
Yeah,
good.
you're
Good.
applied for. We won't take your money today.
Okay.
Yeah.
We won't. They will.
They will.
Building will.
So here's your site. Now,
So the modular is going here, and then the garage is going here.
because we're doing a garage. Okay.
Yeah, so this is the garage, and then the modular, I'll give you the floor plans.
Okay, let's start with the modulars. What size is this one?
It's the garage.
It says apartment. on there,
Yeah,
too, so the
garage
size of the
apartment, so it's like 700 square feet.
Yeah, I don't know what planning would allow. Normally, you're allowed, one residence and then another one not to exceed 1,200 square feet. So that would be a planning question for that.
Wow.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you. I wouldn't even put that on there right now,
Okay.
since we're only dealing with these right now.
2, yeah,
Right?
yeah.
I mean, that's what I would say.
Okay.